What's up, everybody? Ben Rasa and Eric Lindquist here at OddsShopper, and it is time for more PGA picks. The Travelers Championship, the U.S. Open is in the books, but there is still ample opportunities to make some money, find some winners in the PGA streets, and of course, get some extra money for your bankroll. You get it on your TV behind you. I just have a wall, but I see FanDuel Sportsbook right there, and that means that their offer, what you need to do, it's in the link in the description of this video. It's very, very simple. I'm just going to run through it quickly. Go to the app, sign up as a new user, deposit $10 or more, literally $10. And when you bet $5, win or lose, they're going to give you $200 in free bets. That is money that you can use on golf outrights, on NFL futures, on baseball. Why not? Anything that you want. And we've got plenty of content on this very channel to help you make those picks. It is a no-brainer offer. It is a great deal, and it is truly not going to last forever. Now, Travelers Championship. Picks on the screen. I would love to say that you're going first, so you have to talk about Tony Finau at 34-1 to win this tournament, but that one is mine. I'm going to dive into it. It's just simply one of these things where I believe that we're kind of buying low. He's playing great golf. There's no doubt about it. 30th at the PGA Championship, 4th at the Charles Schwab, runner-up in Canada, and then he missed the cut at the U.S. Open, and that is something that happens. It's top 60 in ties. It's not a great performance from him. I really liked him last week. He did not have it, but I'm not going to write off what has been a very quality season without a win once again for Tony Finau. I know that he has the noted he can't win. You know who else was in that category? Matthew Fitzpatrick, who's hoisting trophies and carrying it all around Brookline. So I'm going to go to 34-1. I like that number. I like this course for Tony Finau. He can gain across the board. His short game is very well-rounded, and we know off the tee he is good. He has struggled here a little bit, particularly in recent years. But when I look at his game, there is nothing that I think, oh, this is a big issue for River Highlands. I think more often than not, he can round into form, and this is a really good number. I didn't love the outright market, and before the show, I kind of want to ask you this. You mentioned you've got the big three there with Rory, Scheffler, and JT. You weren't in love with the outright market either.
No, I wasn't. I kind of was scouring through the board trying to find value. And yeah, you could take shots 100-1 Aaron Rai. He's my boy. You could take shots on, I'm just saying, you could find sprinkles of some of these guys, but why? It feels very, very thin. We have a strong field. It feels like we're going to see a lot of strong fields for the PGA Tour. Guys who aren't going to be defecting to live, that really want to make a statement, that want to play well, that want to help the tour through this time. That's why you're going to see JT, Rory, Scotty Scheffler, all these guys playing routinely, week in, week out, even when you might not expect it. But the Travelers is a great golf tournament, and so it's no surprise that they want to be going and playing there. I just find it hard to want to bet a lot of these guys 30, 40, 50-1. Even my boy Sam Burns is short of 20-1 right now. So I'm looking to the top 10 market, and that's where I find Chris Gotterup. I feel like I've been talking about this guy forever. Don't laugh at me. He's fantastic. Laughing. Come on now. 43rd at the U.S. Open. We got to see a little bit of that form. I wish he had done that at the RBC, because the top 20 there would have been very, very valuable. Some of the value's been sucked out of it, but that 69 he shot on Friday to make the cut, then played, not so great over the entire weekend. But 43rd in the U.S. Open, your third professional goal, well, second as a professional, going from the RBC to the U.S. Open. We're starting to see some form. I think he is very, very good. Absolute bomber. He's averaging over 315 off the tee now through a couple starts. I'm just telling you, he's going to be somebody that on this type of golf course, you talk about Tony Finau, Bubba Watson, somebody that always profiles when you talk about the Travelers. He's got that kind of game where if he bombs it, he's going to have these flip wedges. So why not take 22-1 top 10 market for a kid that I believe in, a micro buy, which is the word that you love to use when we come into the fall swing. I think that Chris Gotterup's just a target for me at 22-1.
So I love that strategy, particularly with guys that we don't know a lot about, in the sense that you can just play him for a couple months and you say, you know what? If he's not that good, if he doesn't get it together, I've wasted that. But if he is, and I'm early, these prices are going to be slashed rapidly. The PGA Tour, some of the guys that have been around, even when they're not playing good, like Tony Finau, for example, yeah, his odds are a little better than I expected, but he's not going to suddenly be 75-1 if he misses the cut in a couple weeks. But someone like Chris Gotterup, if he starts playing well, he's quickly going to rise in the ranks. And I don't know much about him. From what I saw, though, there's no doubting the talent. He was racking up the birdies. He's making a lot of mistakes, but it's the U.S. Open. and he found the weekend, which is more impressive than a lot of elite players, including both of my picks in this video. Of the 3 that we listed, only your made-up guy made the cut last week. Now, 34-1 and that outright, 22-1 for that top 10. I wanted a little stability on our card here, and I think that Sungjae Im for a top 10 provides that. Still plus 300. That is a nice price, and he was, if not the most important and disappointing miscut last week amongst them. I think a lot of people thought that Sungjae Im could get in the mix, could contend because he was just playing so well. 8th, 21st, 15th, and 10th heading into the U.S. Open. He had gained tee to green in 4 straight. He had gained around the green in 4 straight. Everything was firing, and he just simply did not have it. Off the missed cuts this year, he rebounded with an 11th right after he missed the cut at Sony. He rebounded right after the Honda with a 20th at API. I look at Sungjae Im. I just still think well-rounded form. This is a good course for him. You talked about some of the aggressive bombers. We've also seen Streelman and Ches and those types here at River Highlands. You can be just a technical iron player like Sungjae and thrive here. I think he bounces back in a big way. I looked at him in the outright market. I just couldn't find the number that I really loved. I like this plus 300. I think that he's a very stable target this week. And when you've got a couple aggressive guys at the top of the card, why not add Sungjae Im at the bottom of the card?
Yeah, let's kind of just cover this. You should be peppering top 10, top 20 market if you want to be betting this week. It's so hard to be looking at the outright market, and it's really hard, I think, in DFS purposes to land on some of these guys. I mean, Sungjae Im is very, very expensive, and how are you going to click on him above Scheffler, a number of these other guys, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, my boy Sam Burns, even Xander Schauffele? I mean, there's just a lot of names to be going to in this golf tournament. I think the top 10 market, top 20 market is going to be where I live. I think you guys should be living there too.
No doubt about it. Let us know in the comments, who is your sleeper pick for the top 10? If you have someone more extreme than Gotterup, we need you to drop it there because I need to read these comments and see who else on tour that I've never heard of could get in the mix. But again, I just want to give a special shout out for FanDuel Sportsbook. They are powering the show, and they are giving you guys a couple $100. And that is the type of money I know for me. I don't know anything about this Gotterup guy. If I had $200 free, I would take some of that and take a shot on a 22-1 top 10, and boom, you could be in business if that hits. If you like what you're seeing here, hit the like button, subscribe on your way out. We're about to hit 10,000 subs. We're going to do some really fun things once we do just that. But for me, for Eric, for everyone here at OddsShopper, thanks again, friends. Enjoy the Travelers Championship, and of course, stay tuned for even more PGA content each and every week.